Well, what do you know? I'm not in my studio. I'm in a different studio entirely at my friend's house, but I saw the Juju Smith-Schuster news and I was like, all right, we're going to make a video on this real quick. Quick hitter. If you didn't know already, Juju Smith-Schuster has re-signed to the Kansas City Chiefs per Jordan Schultz on a 1-year deal. This is a no-brainer move. 28 years old. He's been on the rotation last season, was here a couple years ago before signing that deal with the Patriots, got released. This move makes sense. When you look at the wide receiver room, you know that they needed to make moves. Yeah, they have Xavier Worthy. Love it. They have Rashee Rice. Fine. Love him too, obviously, but he's going to start out the season suspended. They just got a deal done with Hollywood Brown. 1-year deal worth up to $11 million. So you love those three, but outside of that, Justin Watson's gone. You have Nico Remigio, yeah. But then you had a couple more free agents, Mecole Hardman being one of them. DeAndre Hopkins is the other. He signed a 1-year deal with the Ravens. So you look at the wide receiver room and you're like, well, they need to add a little bit more bodies to the room. And you add Juju Smith-Schuster, 6'1", 215 pounds. Last year, he only had 26 targets, 18 catches for 231 yards, and 2 touchdowns. That was in the regular season, but he kind of went off and he had a little bit of key plays for the Chiefs down the stretch there, looking at his game log, specifically for the postseason against the Bills. 2 catches for 60 yards against the Buffalo Bills, if you remember that. He's electric. You can use him in the middle of the field, but you primarily use him, when I say electric, he has electric moments. He's not necessarily who he was when he was drafted, right? But the way that they use him is a lot in the blocking game. So he's blocking people up. You're using him for the bubble screens. Juju Smith-Schuster is out there. He's gritty. He'll block to the whistle, play through the whistle. Pretty durable, all things considered. And this is a no-brainer move. Elevates the floor, probably a vet min deal. There's no details right now on the contract. But last year he signed for a vet min deal. After the Patriots released him, it was a cheap deal. And it's probably going to be a cheap deal once again. I love this move. I mean, when you're going into the draft, I say this in yesterday's video too, you don't need to have to unnecessarily reach, and you want to bring back key players that make sense in the system. Juju Smith-Schuster makes sense in the system. He's been here, done that, knows it, enjoys being in KC. He's loved by his teammates. Again, no-brainer signing. I still would like to see the Chiefs maybe take a wide receiver in the draft if the right one falls. Doesn't have to be early per se. I feel like they might have other needs. Maybe defensive tackle is early in the draft. Yeah, they just grabbed Tillery yesterday to pair him next to Chris Jones, but you still got moves that need to be made in the wide receiver room. You're not done. They're not done making moves. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe you add one more. Maybe you get a guy late in the draft. I mean, I would love to see a step up from Nico Remigio. Maybe they're confident enough in his return game that you don't see Mecole Hardman return, and you could use him in niche ways in the offense, whether it's behind the line of scrimmage. We'll see how Nico Remigio fits, but we know how Juju Smith-Schuster fits. Dog, mentality. He'll get in there, motivate you. He'll line up, he'll block, he'll do the dirty work. He doesn't care. He'll do it all. And then he's a guy that's sneaky, can kind of offset Travis Kelce and Noah Gray in the middle of the field. So I love the signing. It's a no-brainer move. I knew when I was at my friend's house today. That's why we're here. I brought my camera because I said, I just know that the Chiefs are going to make a move. And, you know, they've been making moves. Running back, brought Kareem Hunt back. They signed 2 quarterbacks recently, and Bailey Zappi and then Gardner Minshew. I love the moves that they've been making. I think it's a sneaky good free agency for the Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah, they lost some players that we would have loved to have back, but Turk Wharton at 3 years, $54 million. That's a lot of money. So the people that they have been able to bring in, it's creative, cost-controlled, not super heavy on the cap, aside from, obviously, again, Trey Smith and Nick Bolton. That was those were retains. That's not a free agent that you're bringing in from another team. That's a re-sign. I said a retain, who cares? But they re-signed him, talking about Trey Smith with a tag, hoping to re-sign him to a long-term deal, extend him out. Then they re-signed Nick Bolton. 3 years, $45 million, 30 of it guaranteed. Love the moves they're making. This is a no-brainer move. Bring him back. He knows the system, cost control, one of many that they are doing. Same with Kareem Hunt, cost control, knows the system, dog mentality, players that love to play football, not a lot of drama off the field unless you are worried about Juju on TikTok or playing Call of Duty. I'm not. Who cares? Let him live his life. It's fine. Just stay out of trouble. Go play video games. Love that. So again, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below on the signing. I love it. It's fine. It's not like oh my God, but we need players like this that are willing to get their hands dirty, and that is exactly who Juju Smith-Schuster is. So let me know your thoughts on that in the comments down below, and until next time, let's go. Let's freaking go.
How about those